Blessed be all my people out there. In this video, we're going to be talking about companionship, friendship, collaboration, fellowship, and why it's so important on this path, and just as a person in general, to have a strong platonic support system, to have good friends, to have companionship, collaboration, and contemporaries, as well as intellectual equals for you on your path, whatever that path is. It doesn't even have to be a spiritual path. It could be any kind of path, any kind of priority. And the reason this is crucial, and this is not something that often comes up for what it really is. You know, a lot of people will talk about, oh, you need a place to belong. You need community. You need a circle. But nobody talks about the importance of genuine companionship and friendship and fellowship. Because a lot of those spaces don't guarantee that. I've been in circles and in groups where nobody was really a friend. And I'm sure some of you have been to spaces where there's a community and there's an assumption of belonging, but nobody's really friends there. Friendship, true companionship and fellowship does help you, it's actually crucial, to align with nature, with the universe, because the universe, nature itself, operates in fellowship. The elements, earth, air, fire, water, operate in fellowship. The trees operate in fellowship. The flora and fauna kingdoms operate in fellowship with each other, and they're different kingdoms. The planets work in fellowship. So when we divorce ourselves from fellowship, true connections, we have decided to take a part of ourselves and our experience out of alignment with the universe, with nature. One of the things that you got to remember when it comes to quality friendship is that your best friends and assets in life are going to challenge you every once in a while. They're going to deviate from your thought patterns, your belief systems, be they spiritual or mundane or social or political. There's always going to be some deviation. But it's absolutely crucial that that exists as well. It's because deviation is what evolution comes from. If it weren't for deviation, there wouldn't be evolution. So fellowship is crucial for evolution. But you need to be smart about where you find fellowship, where you find companionship and friends. Again, I don't want people in my life that just mirror back to me everything I say. In fact, honestly, for me, typically if a person is just constantly parroting back to me everything I'm saying, I'm probably going to delete them from my phone. True solid rapport and friendship is where everyone is contributing themselves to the connection, and it either comes together and forms something greater than the sum of its parts, or if it's incompatible, that's okay. Move on, try again with other people. But we have to remember that that is a crucial part of our path and practice, even if it's not being incorporated into our practice when we get down to business. A lot of my closest friendships and most inspiring and motivating friendships, some are spiritual and some are not spiritual at all. Some of them are atheist, some of them don't care, some of them are agnostic. It doesn't matter. And we kind of run the spectrum on that. You know, for me, it's all about the genuine bond. And I know that not everybody is going to be on the same path as me. Some are and some are not. But I've not really made a whole lot of super tight friends in spite of how popular my other channel may have got, or how big a certain event got, or whatever. Because for me, close personal fellowship is not only probably one of my most important priorities in my life, but it's also something I don't throw around or welcome willy-nilly. And it's very important, you know, as we go through on our journey, to remember that. Just because somebody is in your group, or, you know, is under your flag, or whatever the hell's going on, doesn't necessarily mean that's a fellow. Stay away from situations where it's very clear that a certain community or a certain space is really more about conformity for comfort, or it's attracting a lot of really parasitic people that are just looking for the next drip. And focus on building individual relationships anyway. The best communities come together when each individual in that community, in that space, is bonded to other individuals in that space with individual connections that have nothing to do with the facility, the space, or the entity that is that community in the first place. And that is something that is sorely missing in a lot of spaces, not just in the spiritual world, but the world as a whole. And so therefore, a lot of those spaces are also not working, I guess you could say, in tandem with nature, with magic, with the universe. People who think differently than you can look at a problem or look at a solution that you can't see. Give yourself the opportunity to make solid friends, and don't focus on what makes you the same, what makes you connect. Sometimes it's same, sometimes it's your differences that make you connect. I often see in people, when I'm, really looking at my friendships, I see what I bring to the table that no one else does, but I also see what people bring to the table that I have nothing of, that I can't bring to the table. That's just not a part of the expression I am. That's not a part of the person that I am. Make sure that you're making friends with that know who they are, right? And that could be difficult. They might copy you. They might look and study you to see what you want and then mirror that back to you. Learn how to discern that. That person's not ready to be your friend. That person's not ready to actually work with you. That person isn't really going to give you more than a lesson about learning that no, conformity, mirroring, and parroting do not equal a sound relationship. Some people go their whole lives without learning that. But you need to. And you also need friends. So think of this as just sort of a reminder for a lot of you out there, especially in a solitary world that's only connected digitally now. You need friends. Quality friends. Be discerning, be smart, but also be welcoming. Because without it, lots of things fail. It takes a village to raise a child, sure, but it takes a village to support a marriage. It takes a village to support a business. It takes a village to challenge a growing mind. It takes a village to help build anything that you are trying to build. Even if the only way they're helping is by inspiring you, opening your mind, challenging your rigidity, pushing you to be more adventurous, pushing you to be more courageous, going on adventures with you, being your equal intellectually, mentally, being the stalwart companion that you need. You need companions. And do not trust to conformity for comfort. Ever. So that's just been my little reminder, my little ramble, my little rant. I hope this serves somebody out there or inspires them. I'm going to format this video, get this all up for you, and you guys take care. I will see you all again soon.